Hello, everyone. How's my volume? My volume is fine. Oh wow, look at that. My nice notification gets sent immediately this time. Um, I'm back with another stream, another day late. I think I probably should just move these streams to Saturday. It is the perfect time because Ascendance of a Bookworm comes out at 8 p.m. my time, so I could just stream before that, and I literally have no obligation before that comes out. So it's a dream come true. But also Fridays are free now because Andor is finished, so um, I guess I could also just do it on Friday now. But anyway, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. And when I say a lot of stuff, like just random channel stuff, okay? But first we can go through Twitter. All right. What have I tweeted? We talked about these fan arts. Fujimoto watched I Saw the TV Glow. That is super cool, you know, we love that. It is just interesting knowing the Chainsaw Man author has watched I Saw the TV Glow. What a strange thing. Yeah, there was this whole thing with a sense of a bookworm used AI background art, which is now being rectified, or it will be, or something. I don't know if it'll be in this week's episode or next week's or whatever, but Wit Studio, I think, made a statement. And it's like, we did not approve of this. We will correct this. But Mother's Basement, they made a tweet, which to me was just very funny because it's talking about I don't want to. This looks like garbage, but even if it didn't, it's antithetical to the DIY ethic at the core of Bookworm. So that means anything. True. It's just like what did I say? Something about freedom in Attack on Titan. It was wild they overworked their animators making Attack on Titan because that was so antithetical to the theme of freedom in Attack on Titan. True. The Boys. I am no longer doing The Boys. I finished Andor. And I decided I don't like doing reactions anymore. Okay, I don't think I ever really enjoyed it that much. I think I have said that pretty consistently. The Darwin Incident was an exception. I think I enjoyed those quite well. But I think I'm done. Andor is done. I wrapped up those final 3 reactions in one video, so I have no plans for reaction videos going forward. I don't know, I just wasn't enjoying it too much. Outside, for some reason, the Darwin Incident, which I was actually enjoying reacting to. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll return to them. But right now I have a free slot on my schedule for The Boys. Then what else? I'm once again reminded that I have become a ReZero hater somehow. That is also true. I do hate ReZero now for some reason. But we'll talk about that. I made a video about it and people were not happy. Andor is coming out later. True, because I was watching 3 episodes instead of 1. I am streaming tomorrow. That's right now, and it is earlier than usual. I have watched a few things. Excuse me. I have watched 100 Meters, the movie, and I have done a review. This was a good movie, 4 out of 5. I liked it a lot. I have watched Andor Season 2. This was a fantastic show. And then, as soon as I finished Andor Season 2, I rewatched Rogue One. And when I say I rewatched, I mean I technically rewatched the entire movie. As a full-length, like, watch-along reaction with LM Reactions. Because they have the best Andor reaction series by far. It's kind of crazy. What is the channel? LM Reactions Andor. Because they haven't seen Rogue One. And they don't know anything about Star Wars. So it's very funny to see them react to stuff. And then them watching Rogue One, having seen Andor beforehand, it was a fun experience. So we love that. But Rogue One, what an interesting movie. Now, does it feel like a continuation of Andor? Kind of, for the most part. Cassian is a surprisingly large part of this movie. Like, larger than I remembered. Which is interesting, because it does make it feel like a continuation in Rogue One in that regard. There's a bunch of characters and sets that are very similar. Obviously, everything on Yavin. Mon Mothma is like a big carryover between these two. And Draven, is that his name? Or is that like another thing? I don't know. Whoever this guy is, that guy, he's a big part of both shows. And it's kind of cool to see them in both. But other than that, it feels very different. It's much grander scale. It feels like a Star Wars thing, whereas Andor does not feel like a Star Wars thing in any sense. So yeah, it's kind of cool to get like actual character resolutions to the show in a movie. It's like kind of awesome. So yeah, Rogue One. And so my schedule that I've changed. Now, there's a few videos that I have made that we need to talk about. Firstly, when the hell was my last stream? I think I streamed last week, right? So it's been like a week, right? But I feel like that can't be right. When was the last time I streamed? Surely it was a week ago, right? Oh, I didn't test my audio is working. I've changed a lot, actually. Wait. All right. Oh, it's working. It's a bit quiet, though. My goodness. All right. Well, 7 days ago. Oh, yeah, we talked about Harry Potter. Highlight a video. There's a new schedule. Okay. So, since then, I made an Ascendance of a Bookworm video. Now, I wasn't sure what to do with this anime because, you know, I watched it. I'm not the biggest fan of Ascendance of a Bookworm, but I watched this AI recap that was like an hour and a half long, and it really got me back into the show. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is true. I remember this. This was a good moment. And I was like watching this recap, and I'm almost tearing up at certain moments. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And now I'm like excited week to week. And the first episode was pretty good, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the show. But I watched the first episode, and I was legitimately, it's no exaggeration, I was shocked at how much better it looked. Where I got to the point where I was like, do I want to make, like, I was planning to just make an unscripted review where I just talk to the camera and be like, oh, that was pretty good, you know, I'm enjoying it, blah, 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 for like 5 minutes. But then I was like, you know what, let me just talk about the art style changes, because I think it's like kind of cool. And then I made a very quick video, 3 minutes, and it got very popular. When I say very popular, I mean 17,000 views so far. Not that popular, but, you know, pretty crazy popular still. The surprising thing to me is that it is definitely a minority. Most people still think that, oh my goodness, like the art style improvement is a drastic good thing. But there are quite a few people here who were like, I didn't even know the last one looked bad, and I thought the last one looked good, and I didn't need this because it looked better last time. And I'm like, what? This is kind of crazy. I can definitely understand if you like the old art style better, like the simpler designs or whatever, but the show does not look, it looks weird. Like, it looks weird before. Like, it's just boring. Like, it just doesn't look interesting in any way. And there's nothing interesting directing wise, and the shot composition is so boring, and the hair looks so bad. I don't know. But it is very surprising to me, but a lot of people like it. But, you know, more power to you if you like it, I guess. You got 3 seasons to enjoy. One Piece I have continued. I have slightly changed up the way it looks. Not that it matters, because I assume most people listening to this are not looking at the screen when I am doing this. They're probably just listening with me in the background. 100 meters review. This was back in my old digest style format. Ari is truing right now. Thank you. Nobs the gems. True. I finally watched 100 meters. You know, look at this. Great. And look, I had my star come back. 4 out of 5. Wow. It's been so long. Then I made a Witch Hat Atelier thing, which, oh my goodness, it took like, you have no idea how many times I've repeated the phrase Witch Hat Atelier, because I was saying atelier, and that was like stuck in my mind. So I knew I had to record a scripted video, and I had to get it right. So I looked up, how do you pronounce it? And I looked up like how the dub said it, like in the actual anime, because they do say it at one point in the anime, and they said atelier, and I was like, okay, that's how I need to say it now, because I'm like a professional YouTuber, and I need to get the pronunciations correct. Except for Rees. We like Rees. That's the way that you pronounce Rees, okay? In Chainsaw Man. But this was a good first 2 episodes. Oh my goodness. Like, I love this show. I don't think this, like, video really portrayed how much I like this show so far. I love this show. Firstly, it just looks beautiful, which I think is mainly the point of, like, this video, and me just talking about, like, the emotions that it portrays, which I think it does a really good job of conveying emotions, like I said in this video. But man, I'm invested in the story too. It's like so interesting. The world is super interesting. Like even that one scene we get where we see like inside the window and there's like a library we need to get to, but there's like things guarding it, and all of this is like I'm in love with the show. It is, the only sad thing about this is that there is a manga and it is ongoing. Like, it doesn't have a conclusion. So it's not like a thing where I can be like, oh, I'll just read the manga and like get the whole thing, and then I can like watch the anime as it comes out, because this is an anime that is, I think in my understanding, is elevating the source material. I did go back and look at like a few, I didn't look at read the whole chapter, but I looked at a rough like overview of what the chapter looked like and everything. I think it did a really good job of adapting it, is my understanding. So, you know, Witch Hat Atelier, we love it. All right. But sadly, not many views. 5,000 views. I was hoping for more. This video had like, I don't know. I probably had like 6 titles and 6 different thumbnails for this over time that I've evolved to try and min-max the viewership I get for this. And the final thumbnail that I've gotten has actually been the most successful by far. This one here with the sparks. I don't know why people like the sparks so much. Maybe it's a manga thing that gets revealed later that I just don't know about. But people really like this thumbnail for some reason. Then I made a ReZero video. Now, there's a lot to say about this video. Firstly, I watched ReZero, okay? The first episode of season 4. And I watched it and I was like, man, that was okay, but they were like it was a little annoying. And the thing that annoyed me the most was how much people were liking it, okay? More so than me actually hating it that much. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do this. I can't make one of my typical, like, glazing videos for JJK in Witch Hat Atelier where I talk about ReZero and talk about how great it is. Because, firstly, it's not that great. Nowhere near those two shows. Secondly, anymore, like, those first two seasons are really good, but the third and fourth have not been that good. But, secondly, I don't want to, like, feed this, like, the machine that is everyone that is just loving ReZero for some reason that I don't quite understand. But then I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't want to make a hater video or anything like that. But I need to make some video about ReZero, right? It's on my schedule. It's like free viewership. Like, it is the most popular anime airing right now, probably by far. I guess maybe Slime is like somewhat second, but like not even that close. But yeah. So then I sat down, I was like, what the hell can I do? Do I make like an unscripted thing where I talk to the camera and just say, you know, I didn't really like that episode. Like, it was okay. It's like a setup episode. It's fine. But like, man, Subaru was annoying me toward the end of this. It's like, okay, whatever. But then I thought, okay, I've got like two potential things I could do. One of them is a long time ago on stream, I talked about the Garth versus Blue Batagati fight. I don't know what his name is in ReZero, but Garth versus Kugan or whatever. Is this what it is? Yeah, this fight. Which to me, this is like one of the worst directed fights I've seen in anime. And I had like a short rant I did on stream about it. Not really a rant, just like me talking about it. And I thought, oh, okay. I could like take what I did there, record it like again, like a scripted version, make my points a bit clearer than I did in the actual unscripted like rant on stream. And then I could just have a video there titled like the worst directed fight in anime. And I'm sure that'd probably get like a little bit of like attention, right? Not too much, like maybe like 2,000 views or something like that, right? So I was starting to do that, and I started editing it, and the audio wasn't too good. Like, I was initially just going to take the actual stream, and then I was going to re-record, and it was like a whole thing, and I decided not to do that. My next idea was that there's the very... I think I understand much better how to get views now, and it is just, you need to target something that is current. So, for instance, ReZero Season 4, Episode 1, the latest episode of ReZero. But the actual content of the video doesn't have anything to... like, you don't have to really talk about the actual current thing at all. So, my idea was, I will frame an introduction and a title and a thumbnail, which is going to be about ReZero Season 4, Episode 1, which is, I think, the original title that was being too successful, which is why I've changed it, was something like, I love ReZero, but... And then it was a screenshot from Season 4, Episode 1, and it was like, Subaru annoys me. And it was like, I was like, this is actually a very good title thumbnail combo. And what it was in the intro, is literally what I've got here, is like me saying, you know, Season 1 was good, Season 2 was good, Season 3 was not that good, and Season 4, I don't like it. And then I think like 70% of this video is me just reviewing Season 3. Now, when I say reviewing Season 3, literally what I'm doing in this video is I have gone back to my digest review of ReZero, and I have almost word for word re-recorded what I said unscripted, but in a nicer like voice or whatever. And I have turned that into the bulk of this video. So what you are actually watching when you are watching this video is literally a repackaged review that I did a year ago, well, not a year ago, like 6 months ago, about ReZero Season 3. So I have tricked you into watching that review, and it has gotten infinitely more engagement than it ever did when I did my digest back in the day. I think it was my December one, right? So, yeah, this is an interesting avenue for content creation where I can repurpose a lot of old content, but I need a hook that is like a modern, like current hook that people are going to watch, right? Now there's still a lot of things to say about this. So firstly, I just want to bring this up. Yeah, this one. Also, Mr. Gems has said something. ReZero is like Mushoku Tensei, but instead of being a terrible person, Subaru is just cringe, which is worse than being a bad person. I feel like, to me, ReZero and Mushoku Tensei are like nothing similar whatsoever. And Rudy and Subaru are like not at all anywhere near similar characters. Like, I don't know if I'd compare them whatsoever. The only similarity to me would be like they both take place in a fantasy world. Like, even the reincarnation is like completely handled very differently. But yeah, I got my ReZero rant here. Yana, the songstress, she was great. She was funny. Sorry, I just almost spat. She was funny. I liked her backstory. It was very heartfelt, and I appreciated her journey, you know, to get to the city that she was living in. And I liked her the cute backstory with this. Excuse me, my voice is going. With the song Master Guy, and how he likes her for her, but wants her songs to be appreciated. So you get that, right? And then this is what I converted it into. Okay, where is it? It was very heartfelt. I appreciated her journey to get to the city, you know? And I liked her little backstory with the song Master Guy and how he likes her for her, but he wants her songs to be appreciated by everyone else and doesn't want to keep them for himself. That was really cute. So I like Liliana. She was fantastic. The final thing that I liked was the regular. So you have the point, okay? It's like taking unscripted stuff, making it scripted, even though it's the exact same stuff I'm saying, okay? Anyway, that's the first thing. Now, the second thing to say is that this was becoming very popular. Like, this was a 1 out of 1 thing, like, very quickly. And it was at, like, I think it was at, like, 1,000 views in a few hours. And I'm like, this is not good. Because people were not happy with me. Now, the comments weren't as bad as I was hoping. And there were a lot of people trying to explain, like, what... Because at the end, I make a call to action where I'm like, can you please, like, help me, like, love ReZero again? And, like, tell me what I'm not understanding. A lot of people were not happy. And I was like, you know what? I don't like this that much. I don't like it when I make a video and it's, like... There's a lot of people who are interacting, but they just, like... Because of my... laziness of just taking an unscripted thing and not really thinking about it too much, I've probably made a bunch of bad-ish points here, and people are going to be very frustrated. But they're not necessarily bad points, it's mostly just going to be points that I could have explained better. Like, arguments that I would still stand by, but, like, could have been explained better. And because of that, it's like, people are just not very happy, you know, and I don't like it. I don't like making content like this anymore, I think. So basically I tanked this video. I changed the thumbnail, I changed the title, and ever since then, the giant, like, exponential thing has gone, like, boom. I'm like, okay, good, I solved it. So we'll see. But, yeah. Essentially, the conclusion I've come to is that, 1, I don't like reaction content anymore, and 2, I probably don't want to become a hater channel, where I make the same kind of videos that I do, but, like, hating things, okay? I just don't like it that much. So yeah, that's a ReZero. Then we had Andor, which is a similar thing. You know, I finished Andor finally. I guess it's not really a similar thing at all in any sense whatsoever. But it's done. Oh my goodness, it's got 100 views. We love it. So that is a recap of my content week this week. So yeah. Now, the rest of this stream, which potentially might be... We'll see. It's not going to be the rest of the stream, but just in terms of, like, how long am I going to stream for? I will potentially be going at 8 p.m, so in, like, 15 minutes. But we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I'll still be here after that. But, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we have a few things to do. Where is my list? Okay. So we have a new tab here, which is a tier list. So... all you do is enter a bunch of anime, just like all the other tabs or whatever, and it'll make a tier list out of the anime, where you can just drag it around. It's very simple. I just needed something like this basically for today's stream, so I thought, oh, I'll just put it on the website. Now, I have an issue right now with my schedule, which is not going to be solved on this stream, but it is something that I kind of want to work through a little bit on this stream, which is that this schedule is, like, messed up a little bit. There are 3 core pillars of this. There are 2 things that I'm very... 3 things that I'm very confident that I'm going to be doing consistently every week. Witch Hat videos will absolutely continue. I enjoy this show a lot so far, and unless it takes a very drastic turn, then I'm going to enjoy making scripted videos for this. So that is definitely not changing. Ascendance of a Bookworm, I feel like, but we'll see today, depending on what happens, but I feel like I can muster the creation of a video once a week on this, okay? So I think Ascendance of a Bookworm is going to stick around. One Piece is easy. This is a thing that I've done for, what... 12 to 14 weeks now, quite easily, consistently. This is going to stay there too. Now, Andor is done, so Fridays are empty now. The Boys, I've pushed off my schedule because I have no interest in reaction videos anymore. That is empty too. And then Monday stuff is, like, kind of weird right now because Kyle's traveling. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but I can just fill this with miscellaneous stuff anyway. But basically, there's 2 days now where I'm not really doing anything. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if it's going to be a thing where I will literally fill it with something else, whether that be a particular, say, anime that I want to talk about or make a scripted video on or make an unscripted review on, like the 100 meters one, or if it'll just be miscellaneous like I've been doing in the past where I just make a random video. Those have been fun. You know, I do enjoy doing that sometimes. So maybe I'll just replace one of those with that. But one thing that I do know that I want to do is I'd want to watch more anime. I have a long catalog of things that I want to watch. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Some of it is cataloged on this website. You know, I got both ignore the pending suggestions for now. I got a bunch of approved suggestions of stuff that is, like, on my backlog. But then we have my own personal radar, which is stuff that I am very interested in watching. But one thing that is doable is at least one 12-episode anime a month. Most likely more than one 12 episode anime a month. This month I have chosen Journal with Witch, which is almost certainly going to be moved up in the month. Also, it's probably not going to go down on the 27th, but we'll see. But there's a lot of like 12 episode anime that I want to watch. So essentially, I have got a list of like a bunch of 12 episode anime that, firstly, these were like semi-automatically scraped from my anime list. So it is possible that some of these are actually not 12 episode anime and they are like season 1 of like a 50 season anime. Like I have no idea. But I do have some that I was like, oh, these are all ones that I have somewhat of an interest in. Now, the interest level varies depending on like what it is, but these are all the ones. So I'm basically going to try and do a tier list on stream now of roughly showing how much I'm interested in these anime. Okay? So, I don't know, we can go over them roughly, I guess, if we want, but I don't know much about any of these. But I've done like a cursory check where it's like, oh, it's either something that I've heard of before, or it like looks kind of cool in the art style when I look it up, or it's like something I'm interested in watching in because it's been on my list for a long time and stuff like that, you know? So roughly I'm going to get like a gauge of like how interested I am on all these things. So yeah. Then the other thing is what Mr. Jams just said, which is spin the wheel. I should definitely incorporate something like that into this. Now, I'm not sure how to do it. This is, again, like I'm saying, I'm not going to solve this on this stream today. But ideas would be, you know, appreciated if you want. But I completely lost what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I need some way of, like, letting people help me. Not help me, but getting people to choose what it is. Now, there's a few options. One is, like, a Twitter poll. One is spinning the wheel. One of them is a membership-based poll. Like, that's how you, like, reward members or something like that. Or it could be like, I don't know, basically it could even just be like a live thing, like in chat now, like I do a poll and people choose what to watch. Like, I'm not sure. Like, they all have different reasons for why I would do them. Like, obviously membership would be to build like a membership front for, that'd be more like monetary or whatever. So I don't really care too much about that. Then like a Twitter thing would be to like build my Twitter audience. My doing a wheel spin is more so to just create a community investment in like what I'm watching. Because then you get to recommend stuff, and then from the recommendations we get to do a wheel. So I don't know. Now, there is an element of, like, I would prefer to do stuff that I want to do, which is what I think this tier list is going to be, which is I'm probably going to do, like, well, it's not going to take that long. Maybe it's like a 5-10, no, not 5 minutes, maybe like a 10-15 minute kind of thing to go over this. And then we'll have, like, a rough idea, and maybe I would take, like, all the S tier or something and then do a wheel spin or something like that, or, like, let people vote for each option in, like, a poll on somewhere, like, even Discord or something. I'm not sure. But, yeah. Not Mr. Gem says, I think the ARI website would be 10 times better if it had mal integration. Even if it accepted the XML that you can export of your list, it would be nice. You can, I had absolutely no idea you could actually export XML. I guess maybe you have to be logged in. Wait, what is this? Where do I even do that? It would make sense, I guess. Some of the stats, is it? I don't know. But anyway, regardless, the only reason I haven't integrated mal into this is that, actually, I don't even remember. I tried to do it at some point, and when I say I tried to do it, I mean, I spent like, I don't know, like 15 minutes on it, and it wasn't as trivially easy as I thought. So I thought, I can't be bothered. So yeah. And I do agree, it would be much easier. It is a thing I'll probably do eventually if I can be bothered and sit down and actually like focus on this. So yeah, there is also a potential that like I replace one of these days with literally like a vibe coding day where the idea is that I make some project like this every like week. Because it could be interesting. There's like a lot of untapped ideas that could be done here. I don't think the anime community has enough of stuff like this, I guess. Yeah, but who knows? We'll see. My vote is for Land of the Lustrous. I'm not biased. Well, we'll see where that goes, okay? Because I don't even remember what that is, but I'll see the person. I'll be like, that's it. I know that one. If you're logged into it on the sidebar when you're on your list. Okay, that could be a good thing to consider. Let me have a look. Yeah, export. I've just never seen this before. Wow. How exciting. Okay, wonderful. Anyway, let's start this list, okay? Now, I'm sure people will be very mad at me because, you know, I'm not going to know half of these and people are going to say, oh, these are so good and you're ranking it so lowly, but I'm just basing it on the vibes, okay? Ping Pong the animation, I think, is like A. Like, this is something that I've seen random... I was going to say I've seen random clips, but I don't think I've ever seen a clip of this. I think I've just seen, like, screenshots or something. And it looks kind of weird. Like, the art style looks a bit weird, and it's about ping pong, I assume, like table tennis, which is kind of cool. I've heard people say it's like really good. It's only 11 episodes, what is it? Drama, psychology, and sports. Like, that sounds interesting. It doesn't sound like something that is immediately like, oh, I need to watch this. It was definitely like an S tier or anything like that. But I don't know. This seems interesting. Like A, that is something I definitely watch and not really be too hesitant about it. So yeah. Land of the Lustrous. So is this the one that Mr. Gems just said? Yeah, Land of the Lustrous. So this is an action drama fantasy, apparently. Should I zoom in? It doesn't really matter. So Land of the Lustrous. 12 episodes, action drama fantasy. I don't think I know a single thing about this. Land of the Lustrous. What I typically do if I want to judge if I watch something or not is I look at the art style and I think, oh, how does this look? And this kind of looks cool. It's like a girl with glowing hair, or maybe it's not a girl. I assume it's a girl. I don't know. I don't know. It looks kind of cool. Should I read the blurb? I don't know. Is that like too many spoilers? Maybe not. I'd probably prefer to most of these to just not know what's going on. I don't know. B? Maybe C? No, B? Like, it looks interesting. Mr. Gems is excited for me to watch it, so maybe it's good. I don't know. B. Vivi Fluorite Eyes Song. This is an action drama music. Drama I like. Action is okay. Music can go either way. I'm not quite sure. Vivi Fluorite. I don't know if this is like a 12 episode thing, because I feel like I've heard a lot about this. Maybe to be like multiple seasons. I don't know. This looks like an action anime. I'm not sure. Probably C. Girl Band Cry. I assume it says drama, music, slice of life. This sounds interesting to me. This will definitely be a B tier. Like, if it's like a band of girls or something like that, and they're crying or something, it's 13 episodes. I don't know. This could be kind of interesting. B, I don't know. Sound about on par with Land of the Lustrous. Bunny Drop. Oh, this is Usagi Drop or something. I've heard of this. I thought this was a movie for some reason, but this is a slice of life anime, 11 episodes. I think I've only heard good things about this, so probably A. So we'll keep that there. Girls Last Tour. Adventure, sci-fi slice of life. This is one where I saw the art style and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. It looked like depressing a bit, where I was like, oh, that's like kind of cool. If it's like a depressing kind of story, but like with a cute like art style, I don't know, it could be interesting. Yeah, this is probably be A tier or maybe S tier. I guess it'll depend on like what the rest, like how interested in the rest I am, but I probably A. Like, it looks kind of cool. Kaiba. I have never heard of this until I saw it on the list. Not today, but like in the past, but it looks like some weird experimental, like, what is this? Kaiba anime. Like, the art style looks strange. I wouldn't have pegged this to be like an anime. I would assume it's like some other like Western animation or like some European thing. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. Adventure, mystery, psychology. Mystery is kind of cool. I would like to watch more mystery stuff, but I don't know. The art style could be interesting, but it could also, I don't know, it's a bit weird looking. I'm not really too big of a fan of it. The mystery element probably drags it up. Maybe like C. I don't know. I'm not really that interested. Death Parade. This is something I don't know anything about. Apparently it's a drama, mystery, psychology, which all sounds interesting. But it is something I have always wanted to watch, and I think a lot of people really like this. I'll probably put this in A. Then we have Keep Your Hands Off of Izo. Keep Your Hands Off of Izo-Ken. The only thing I know about this, well, firstly, I feel like I've seen this main, I don't know if she's the main character or whatever. I feel like I've seen her design like everywhere on Twitter for some reason, but I haven't seen either of these two. Unless she just looks like a character from another anime or something. But the other thing is that I'm pretty sure I've seen the opening for this, and it looks really cool. Unless I'm mixing it up with another show, but oh no, it is this thing. I think I've seen this before, and it looked really cool. And I was like, oh, I really want to watch this show. So, what is it? An adventure, comedy, slice of life? I don't know. Comedy really drags it down, so probably B. I don't know. Then we have City the Animation. City the Animation. What is the genre? Comedy, slice of life. That just does not sound like my cup of tea. But you never know. It is a bit weird, ugly looking. But apparently the animation is really good. I have not... This is like a Nichijou successor or something, right? Or like a... Is it by Kyoto? Yeah, Kyoto Animation. I think they make both of those, right? Yeah, Nichijou. There it is. which I've seen a few episodes of Nichijou, and I remember liking that. And I probably would love Nichijou if I watched the whole thing. Wait, is this even, it's not even the thing? Wait, City, the end. Oh no, they made it. I don't know, might be good if I enjoyed those episodes of Nichijou. So probably B for that. And then we've got Astra, Lost in Space, Adventure, Mystery, Sci-Fi. I think I've seen the first... I've definitely seen part of this. I don't know if it's the first episode or the first, like, 2 episodes. Whenever I look this up, people always say that it's really good. And they're like, man, you should watch this. This is, like, one of the best 12-episode, like, anime that I've ever seen. But I remember watching it and thinking it was, like, okay. There was, like, nothing too special about it. And I think it didn't look particularly good, like, when I watched it. Like, visually. So probably C? I wonder if I'll have any D that I don't want to watch. Apocalypse Hotel. This is something that Heath loves. I think Mother's Basement also loved it. So I'm assuming just generally people love this show. Comedy, sci-fi, slice of life. I don't like that it's a comedy, but that's okay. Sometimes comedies can be good. Slice of life is good. What does it look like? Like, what's the art style like? It's okay. It looks kind of like a sentence of a bookworm, but like not really at all in any sense, but kind of. Probably, it's either B or A. The fact that Heath likes it so much, and I guess people in general like it so much, makes me want to put it in A, but like, I don't know, it doesn't look too interesting, so maybe B somewhere here. We'll organize this later. Wahid is here. Hey bro, hi. Nice to see you. Haibane Renmei. This is something I've had on my list for literally since the first time I ever streamed, where I went over like a bunch of anime that were highly recommended, and this is one that I've just had for a very long time, so this is absolutely S tier. I instantly want to watch Haibane Renmei. Drama, fantasy, mystery, and the art style looks super cool. Or is it, I don't know if it's the art style or the colors or something. Yeah, like, this looks awesome. My goodness, I need to watch this. S tier. Then we've got Ruri Rocks. This is a Studio Bind one, right? I think that's why it's on here. Yeah, Studio Bind. I want to watch, like, Studio Bind stuff, because I've only seen Mushoku Tensei. And Mushoku Tensei looks really cool. But it's an adventure slice of life. I don't know a single thing about it. What was it? Ruri Rocks? Oops. I don't know. The art style looks good. Colors or whatever look cool. Like, visually it looks good. I don't know. Probably B. Yuri on Ice. This is probably an A, where I've heard about it for a very long time. It's one of Mappa's, like, it's not necessarily one of their earlier projects, because I don't actually know when they got started, but it is, like, the first thing I ever heard about from Studio Mappa, so it would be interesting to see what they used to make back in the day. And people typically really like this. And it's about ice skating. What a cool idea, you know? I'd watch an ice skating anime. So, A. Sunny Boy. This is something that is S. I've been wanting to watch this for a very long time. Drama, mystery, psychology. Cool that it's mystery. I had no idea it was like a mystery. I guess so is Haibane Renmei, which is kind of cool. But I don't know. I've seen like screenshots of this, I think, and it always looks really cool. Like the visuals, like both art and animation looks like really interesting. So high on my list. And then we have Jellyfish Can't Swim. What is this? Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night anime. I think I am interested in watching... There was a show I watched, and I'm sure you all remember listening right now because of how much I complained about it, but... Oh my god, what was it called? Yuri, right? Is that what it was? Yuri? Yeah, this. Which is like... Firstly, I didn't like this that much, okay? But secondly, it is an anime where you got like 4 core cast member girls, and they're just like going around doing random things, like in like slice of life kind of. I like, oh my god, I just remembered the best thing. Wait, this was the anime with the student, like, council girl who, like, didn't speak or whatever? Wait, was that this? That's one of my favorite gags ever. Was this, there's no way it came from the show, right? It was probably from something else, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't. I got so distracted because I was just thinking about how much I didn't like the show, and then I thought like the one of the best things I've ever seen in anime was from the show. Anyway, I like it. Like in terms of like having 4 girls just doing things, slice of life. That'd be like that's like a genre of thing I'm interested in watching because I haven't really seen much of it beyond like that show. Which the one element of that show I liked was probably that. So like girls band cry, like that could be something like that. And then also Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, which if I'm remembering the premise, it follows 4 Japanese girls, an illustrator, an idol, a music composer, and a VTuber who form a band. That's like kind of interesting to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's actually surprisingly, I don't know how good it is. I guess, well, technically the filtering criteria I used when I was extracting these was they had to be in the top like 500 on Mal. So these are all like really good. Like people like all of these. So this probably be A, to be honest. Like the premise sounds interesting. It has the 4 girl kind of thing that I want to watch, like slice of life in that regard. So I don't know, it could be interesting. Land of the Lustrous. I can't tell if you're saying greater than or leads to, or Land of the Lustrous, something, Ruri rocks for a gemstone-based marathon. I could not tell you because I don't know anything about either of these. I'll be honest, I didn't even consider that Ruri Rocks was about rocks. I thought that was like her name or something, like Ruri Rocks, or like Ruri's Awesome or something like that. But maybe it would be... Oh, you're saying I start with Lustrous and then go to Ruri Rocks. Okay, I understand. Isn't Yuri Yuri the show that killed Wheel Spins? No, that was the movie The Gentleman. And that had nothing to do with The Gentleman. This is the last thing that won a wheel spin. And I will watch it, like, one day, okay? The thing that killed Wheel Spins was... I think I just got busier, I think. I don't remember. Yeah. Who knows? But Yuri Yuri, that just took me a while to get through it. But yeah. Man, is it... I'm so curious. Was that... Yuri... Oh my god. Yuri Mute Girl. This is like one of the funniest gags in anime. No, it wasn't this. What anime would it be from if not this? It's not from Citrus, is it? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway. Next up we have... Oh, I should have removed this. This is only like a 4-episode anime, but it's like 5 minutes per episode or something like that. She and Her Cat anime. And it looks super cute. Again, I don't know anything about this beyond just be Googling it and looking at the images, but... Oh my goodness, it's like a girl and her cat. But I shouldn't have had it on here. I'll just leave it in the to sort category because... Oh, I didn't consider how it works when there's multiple rows. Where'd it go? Oh, it's here. Because it's only like... You can watch this in 20 minutes. It's basically just one episode of an anime, but I haven't seen it yet, but... Oh my goodness, we love cats. Cats are so cute. Now, I watched Roommate is a Cat... I watched like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 episodes of this, like years ago, like maybe 9, 10 years ago. The thing I didn't like about this anime, the premise is super cool of like a cat and like the like owner of the cat and you're just following like them slice of life. But the issue was that like you'd see the cat's perspective and the cat was like talking and thinking like inside its head. I didn't like that. That was weird. So if this anime is more like a normal cat and it's like not thinking or whatever, that'd be kind of cool. So yeah. Anyway, we're not ranking that one. School council member that doesn't talk is a bit in Makane. I don't know what that is. Makane. Wait, Oh, Too Many Losing Heroines. Okay, I've heard of this. There are some 12-episode anime that I don't have on this list because I'm planning to watch it with a friend, and that's like separate. One of those is oh my god, what's it called? The something universe. It's like really good. I can't remember. There's like a few things that I've like excluded from this. But yeah. Too Many Losing Heroines. True. Thank you. Heath is here. Wonderful. Heath, we have a wonderful question. You've seen Yuri Yuri, right? Is that the anime with the girl who can't speak or like doesn't speak and is mute and is like the funniest gag ever? Like she was like a student council member or something like that. I don't know. That was very funny. I hope it's from that, not something else. So we can say one positive thing about Yuri Yuri. Anyway. Paranoia Agent. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought this was a movie. But apparently it's a 13-episode anime, drama, mystery, psychology. It's something I've heard about for a long time. Obviously, it's like pretty old, 2004. Paranoia Agent. What does it look like? Let's see. Okay, I guess it doesn't really look like my... Ooh, this looks interesting. This looks like Paprika or something. Wait, is it made by... This looks a lot like Paprika. Wait a minute. I don't know anything about this anime. Wait. Oh, Satoshi Kon. That's the Paprika guy, right? Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, I had no idea. So this is like his... Like one of his, TV, like, anime? Huh? Oh, like the OVAs for JoJo's. Paranoia Agent and Good Morning. Wow, okay. I mean, I love Perfect Blue. That's, like, probably my favorite, like, anime movie. Well, up there. Yeah? Okay, hell yeah. Okay, we love that. Okay, we love Yuri. But, I don't know, probably A. This is really exciting. Yeah. We'll revisit these later, okay? We're gonna do a proper tier list. A proper, like, ranking within them. But, Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister. This is a thing where, firstly, it's studio bind. Secondly, as far as I understand, a lot of the talent that did, like, season 1 of Mushoku Tensei, which is an amazing, like, production, like, beautiful, like, to look at. Apparently, they went and worked on Onimai. That's the legend that I've heard, at least. So I am interested. That's the main reason that I want to watch this, because it's, like, always going to, like, look as good as Mushoku Tensei season 1. Now, the only thing that had ever, like, turned me off watching this was that the premise seemed weird to me, where I was like, oh, a guy, like, gets turned into their sister or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's, like, weird, where they take over their sister's body, and I don't know, it didn't really seem too interesting. But since then, I have learned that I think the premise is instead that a guy gets turned into a girl, and then he had a sister. So now instead of, like, brother and sister, it's, like, sister and sister. I'm like, oh, that's, like, kind of cool. So now that I've gotten over the hurdle of, like, I didn't really like the premise, this is, like, I'm very interested in watching this. And it's, like, the pastel colors or whatever look kind of cool. And Shabes made a video, and Shabes liked it, so that's kind of cool as well. Yeah. I don't know. The art kind of looks cool. The colors look kind of interesting. So this would be... Would it be an A or an S? Probably an S, to be honest. I'm very interested in watching this. Oh, is it an S? Well, these two are, like, really, really want to watch. We'll keep it an S for now, but I might move it down. But Onimai. She and her cat. We're not doing that wrong, remember? RKB Sailor Uniform. This is the S'est of S'ests. Where is it? Oh my god, I lost it. Oh no, here it is. This is the one I want to watch the most. If I were to pick one anime to be next after Journal with Witch, it would absolutely be Akebi's Sailor Uniform. Now, you're probably going to think I'm crazy because I don't know anything about this, but I remember a long time ago on stream, maybe a year or two ago, I watched a video essay about this anime, and I remember thinking, man, this is a good looking anime. Like, the directing was cool, the visuals were cool, just in general, like the animation, the art, all that. And it really, really made me want to watch it. And it was only 12 episodes, and I was like, oh man, I'll watch it. So this is my absolutely S tier, high on my list of stuff I want to watch. Akebi's Sailor Uniform. Then we have Flip Flappers, which I had never heard of before, never seen it before. But the poster was intriguing enough that I Googled it. And this looks awesome. Like, visually, like, the colors, the art style, like, oh, this looks really cool. Yeah. Now, it might just be completely different to what I'm expecting. Apparently it's an action-adventure comedy, which sounds somewhat interesting. But it just looks really, really good when I look it up. Like, of all the stuff on this list, this probably is the one that, like, looks the coolest. Just purely based on that. But the only hesitation I have to put this in S tier is that I just don't know anything about it. So I'm scared that I'll watch it and I'll be like, man, that was just... it looked good, but man, was it boring. So I don't know. But I'm probably leaning toward S for this as well. Man, I need to improve this, like, system for moving stuff up. Okay, S. So yeah. PPP, says Creedon. Interesting. Tokyo Magnitude 8. Drama. Tokyo Magnitude 8. I need to watch more, like, serious anime, and this seems like a serious anime. So... probably high on my list for that. I think I did read the premise for this one. 2 children must make their way home following a devastating earthquake in Tokyo. Awesome. I'm sold. Put it in A tier. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Okay. Then we have Humanity Has Declined. Humanity Has Declined. This looks cool. Like the... I don't know, the art, the colors, all of that looks awesome when I Googled this. I did look at a brief trailer or like I watched a scene or something from this because it looked too good to be true. And the art looks really cool, but the animation wasn't anything too special. At least like the one thing I saw, which turns me off it a little bit. What was the premise? Oh, it's a light novel series. I had no idea. Post-apocalyptic world where human civilization has regressed and humanity keeps decreasing in numbers. Like, that sounds kind of interesting. Like a post-apocalyptic thing with like a really bright kind of art style. So probably B tier for this. Bruh, put Dororo. What is Dororo? That's not, wait, that's not the one I watched. Wait, I've already seen this. Wait, is this what you're talking about? Yeah, I watched this. I like this. I think I have a review. Well, I definitely have a review for it. I don't remember where it is though. Let's see. EliteAri. I should have like a better way of, maybe on my website I'll have a thing of like linking all the reviews so you can just click on it and give you a timestamp for like one of these. The question is, was it how many years ago did I watch oh, here we go. Dororo. There we go. If you're interested, go watch this video. May to the 30 Dororo. Anyway. Bro, is that the jellyfish anime in A tier? What was the jellyfish anime? Yeah, jellyfish can't swim. I thought it looked like, it looks kind of cool where it's like 4 girls who have different like backstories and they're gonna form a band. And a slice of life. I don't know. It's interesting. I like that. I don't know anything about it besides that, and when I googled it, it looked cool. Anyway. Or Dororo whatevs. Don't worry, I've seen Dororo, okay? It was good. How is that jellyfish anime that high? I just explained it. There you go. What's wrong with the jellyfish anime? My goodness. All right, then we've got Terror in Resonance. This is something that is immediately, like, something I've wanted to watch for a long time. Probably S tier? Yeah. Despite me not knowing anything about it, just the fact that it's been on my list for a very long time makes me want to watch it. But it's a drama, mystery, psychology, which are 3 things that I typically like. So this is going into S tier. Did I just move 2 things up? Oh, I'm going to be so mad if I just move 2 things up. I sure hope not. Okay. Wait, does that happen if I like select 2 things? No, okay. We'll see. And then she and her cat. That's not counting because it's like a 5-minute episode anime. Okay. So now we got this random tier list, which I should definitely like download or something. Let's copy it. We'll store it somewhere for now. Okay. So, let's go over it. In C tier, it is funny there's no D, but I guess this was already filtered, so it's only stuff that I am at least somewhat interested in watching. Astra, I don't know, like I said, I've seen it already, like a few episodes, and it didn't look too good. Kaiba is a bit weird looking. Vivi, I just don't know anything about it. It just doesn't look too appealing, so we'll put it in C. Land of the Lustrous, fair enough. Again, I don't know anything, but it looked cool. How do I rate these? Let's see. The band, I'm just worried about this one. I don't know why I'm more worried about this one compared to the jellyfish one. Maybe because they're all like singers or whatever, and this one is like a bunch of different people who do different things. Probably Apocalypse Hotel at the top. Keep Your Hands Off, and then City the Animation. Then we can have Land of the Lustrous, then Ruri Rocks, and then Girls Band Cry, and then Humanity Has Declined. Then in A tier... Girls Last Tour, I'm probably the most interested. Then Death Parade. Then Tokyo number 8, or Tokyo Magnitude 8. Then, no. Probably not Usagi Drop. Oops. Yeah, Girls Last Tour, Death Parade, Tokyo, Paranoid Agent, sure. Ping Pong. And then Jellyfish, then Euronice. Now we can move this on top. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Uh-oh. We're finding the shortcomings of this website right now. Alright. What on earth did I just do? Wait. Yuri and Ice got way too high, I think. Wait. Magnitude 8. Paranoia Agent. Then Ping Pong. And then that. What on earth? Why is it doing this? Whatever. Good enough, alright? I can't believe this. You get the point. Okay? Something like this. Alright. Then in S tier, we've got Akebi, I'm the most interested. Then Haibane Renmei. Then maybe... No, I don't know. Flip Flappers, I'm just worried because I don't know anything about it. It says comedy. Sunny Boy. And then Flip Flappers. And then Onimai, and then Terror in Resonance. So there we go. Those are my my anime that I'm interested in watching. Are these the 12 episode shows you're interested in? Yeah, this is like roughly, I think it's like 13 or 14 episodes or less, like anime. I made like I got ChatGPT to make me a script that would go over the Mal top 500 or top 1000 or something like that. And it would like filter out only shows that are like the highest rated 12 or 13 episode less or less than something like that. And then it gave me these, and then I like took it and I made like a manual tier list, and I thought, okay, what are the ones that I have absolutely no interest in watching? And I like got rid of those, and then we're left with this. So yeah, that's my tier list, which I should probably download the sorted version now. How exciting. All right. So that's that. I should probably keep that tab open. All right. Now, what else are we going to do this stream, everyone? So many years on this platform and still no plan to watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Sad. It's just so long. It doesn't fit in my 12 episode anime criteria. And I have seen Legend of the Galactic Heroes episodes 1 and 2. From like 2014 or something. And it was really good. And I was like, oh, I get it. You know, I get why people like this so much. It must be really good. Oh my god, EliteAri just announced he's no longer doing reactions. That's crazy. True. I heard you were traveling, Kyle. That is true. Kyle's apparently traveling. So who knows what his time zone is right now? What time could it possibly be for Kyle? Okay. What else have I got to say? Should I go over the ReZero comments? Because I'll probably make like a video for that next week. Again, like I said when I was going over my schedule, the only thing is I'm confident in. Oh, can I wait? Are we gonna do something crazy? Wait, online paint. Let me. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that worked. Okay. Oh my god. Does it have to make a noise every time it does something? Online drawing. Put the image. Okay, here we go. Now this is a website. Where is my color? I want this to be red. Okay, there we go. No, I definitely don't want that tool. Give me a pencil. Why is the pencil drawing like this? This is not a pencil. What on earth? This cannot be right. This is not how it goes. Why is it doing this? Okay, that's not a good website either. We're going to find one. It's definitely not going to be Canva, so let's back out of that one. Draw on top of image. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Just like the real thing. Huh? I guess I missed something. Wait. Oh my god, EliteAri just announced his love for my favorite lesbians. Kyle is talking about LM Reactions, the YouTube channel, which I don't know why he refers to them as lesbians, but yeah, they have good Andor reactions. Just the real thing. This cannot be. Do you not just have paint on your PC? Yeah, but I'm streaming the browser right now. Not that this is not relevant at all. I could absolutely do this without this, but I want to figure out how to do this pencil and why it is doing a fancy pencil thing. Regardless, we'll go back to this one. All right. Colors. Make it red. Okay. Now, how on earth do I make this thicker? This is absolutely not worth the effort. All right. I have an idea. So, here's what's going on. We'll make it black. No, that's the outline. We'll make the fill black. Perfect, perfect. Okay. The boys are gone. So, you know, that's how you utilize the tools available to you. Andor is done. There we go. Mondays will depend on when Kyle is free for these two. No, for this one in the middle. ReZero is... I'm not sure about ReZero, okay? I don't know if I'll be able to muster up the courage to create a video every week and try and think of something positive I could say about this anime. So yeah. Then all the rest I'm pretty confident in. This is my favorite day so far. This day. We love. You get the point? We love Witch Hat Atelier. This day is a cautious day where it could be okay. Hopefully I'll come up with something to make a video about today when the episode drops in like, what is it? Like, I don't know, like 10 minutes. And this day is okay. I don't like the content I make here, but it's very easy to make and I enjoy watching One Piece. I don't know why I brought this up and wasted so much time on that, but true. I think it's because you have the stream, it's all selected. Does the pen tool work? No, it's not. If I choose the pen tool, it does the same thing, you know? It's some weird setting I've got turned on for some reason. Holy, it's a lot of layers. Anyway, regardless. Give the next 2 ReZero episodes a chance. I mean, I'm definitely going to watch the anime. I'm definitely not dropping it. I just don't know if I'll make videos about it, because what on earth am I going to say positively about it? Yeah. Like, truly, like, it is every time, basically, I've done it for, like, what, 12, 13 weeks now at this point, where I'll sit down, I'll watch a JJK episode, or I'll watch a Witch Hat episode, or I'll watch a Bookworm episode, or I'll watch a ReZero episode, and I'll think, I need to think right now. What on earth am I going to make a video about right now? I need a scripted video that can be done in like 5 hours from now, and then that'll be my day done. I have never struggled as much as I have for this latest ReZero episode, where I watched it and I was like, I legitimately have nothing that I could possibly say in a video, a scripted video. And that made me resort to go back to my season 3 review and just turn that into like a scripted video. But yeah, so I'm a bit worried that going forward, I feel like my feelings are probably not going to change. I don't think I'm suddenly going to love like ReZero season 4. So I'm a little worried of like, I just might not have anything to say. So I don't know, maybe occasionally I'll make a ReZero video and then I will leave it there. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. So you're telling me we have 2, maybe 3 slots for other anime. Well, no. The main reason is that I want to make videos about stuff, like I said at the beginning of the stream. Whenever I make videos now, there needs to be a hook that is a current hook that people are going to be interested in. So for instance, ReZero, my season 3 review, has to be hooked by the fact that ReZero season 4 is airing right now, and I can frame it to be like a video about that, right? Yeah. So if I am going to add another anime or two, it has to be something that is either airing right now or content that is tangentially related to something that is airing right now. Like, for instance, Slime. I'm not going to watch the latest season of Slime. I'm definitely not watching that until it's all out and I can binge it. But maybe I could make Slime videos about the past seasons or something like that, you know? But probably not. So I don't know. This is a problem, like I said, I'm not going to solve it on this stream now, but I don't know, may as well talk through it, you know? Ask AI. Well, yeah, I can give you some insights into how my weekly JJK videos are made and how my great 3 videos this week were made. The first step, like what I do now is that I watch the episode of the anime when it comes out. I have my notes that I make during the episode, and after that I spend some time thinking about like, oh, what titles do I want, what thumbnails, like what do I want to make the video about? But the other thing I've run in the background is that I have like a deep research thing on ChatGPT or whatever I end up using, probably ChatGPT. And I say like, oh, like go do some research into what social media discussion is surrounding the latest episode of like JJK episode 3 or something. And then it'll go to do a thorough report. It'll say what people are talking about. Like for instance, for the latest ReZero episode, it came around and said that the majority of the discussion surrounding the latest ReZero episode was about the translation issues with the Crunchyroll subtitles. That's like a major thing that like people are really interested in. There's like a lot of social media engagement on this. So it's like a potential thing. If you want to get a lot of views, you got to make a video about that, right? Or something like that. Like that's an inspiration. Basically, yeah, I do use AI in like my process of like coming up with what I think will be successful. Obviously, I choose the actual video idea in the end, but it is like another form of like information gathering, right? So yeah. Bro, you were making reviews on 4 episodes of One Piece. How is that hooking anyone? I'm not. One Piece is the sole exception here, where I want to watch One Piece so I can get to that fan letter. And I've said consistently that I'm not happy with the content of One Piece that I'm making. I wish I could change it up, but I just don't know how. I don't think there's any solution here to make this better. So yeah, but true. One Piece, more like One Piece. I like One Piece. At least so far, it's been really good. We'll see if it turns sour, but I like One Piece. Anyway, so what is the solution? Who knows? Content, am I right? Now, yep. I guess that's it. We've done it, guys. That's the end of the stream. Or is there more to do? I don't know. Moist Critical. Oh, it was bad? I thought the Harry Potter thing looked good.
Did you see the Harry Potter remake trailer? I'm so conflicted on how to feel. I did.
Is he going to say Snape is black or whatever that all the comments were complaining about? Let's see.
I actually watched that one. I saw that earlier. I didn't think it was bad, but it really doesn't have the same kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but the same kind of like
charm,
mystical feel that the movies captured. It feels a lot more sterile. It's a lot less incompetent than I expected, given everything that I heard going into it, like all of the changes in the direction they were taking it. Like, I definitely expected it to be worse, but I wasn't blown away or anything. Like, I truly feel like it can't be as good as what the movies captured, so it's only ever going to be competing to be decent. And it's like, what's the point?
What a silly conclusion. I don't know. Unless he thinks the movies are decent, I guess. In that case, then yeah, the ceiling is decency, right? Anyway. How office jobs feel when AI replaces everyone. Random JJK fan animation is way better animation. Okay. Why every anime fan is missing Witch Hat Atelier's best part? Surprisingly, I haven't seen any Witch Hat Atelier video. I actually don't want to get spoiled on it, so I don't want to look it up. You've never seen animation like this. I fixed YouTube. Is this Spider-Man? Now dig on this. Unironically, this is a fantastic scene.
I'm about to do something ridiculous. No, ludicrous.
I'm just here to see my daughter.
But there's no turning back. Today, I'm gonna be taking the best parts of the worst Spider-Man movie and turn them into an episode.
The worst Spider-Man movie? That would absolutely be the Amazing Spider-Man. Oh my goodness, the first one. Anyway. Lines in Motion has some, but that's about the manga. Oh yeah, there's plenty of, don't get me wrong, there's pleny of Witch Hat Atelier videos about the manga. I have yet to see a video about the anime, but I guess I just saw one in the recommended here. So maybe they're getting, more of them are being made. So yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be a good, wild, successful show, and we'll get a season 2, and I'll be so happy. Okay? I hope. Why Gigak never loses his passion for anime? Oh, wow. Interesting. Let's see. Is it because he doesn't care that much?
Do you still like anime as much as when you first moved to Japan? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm so happy that I enjoy anime as...
Oh, we got Nina on screen. What is this?
Even after all this time. And I feel like the reason for that... Okay, guys, let me tell you the big secret in terms of how I'm still able to enjoy anime for as much as possible. I don't let the fact that my job revolves around anime pressure me into what shows I end up spending time watching. I know a lot of people...
Oh, that's what I'm doing right now, but also not really. But...
Probably, you know, like I know a lot of people probably see me and see my job and would be like, oh, if I was in his position, I would watch every anime of the season. And there are times when I miss shows. There are times when I'm behind on certain shows. But to me, that is how I've been able to maintain my love for anime for as long as I have. I watch things at my own pace. I watch the shows I want to watch. I keep up with the shows I want to watch because that is what I genuinely enjoy about the medium. And these are the shows I make content and write about. Because at the end of the day, it is a job. You're right. It is 100% a job. And to me, that's job security. Because if I lose passion for anime, if I lose passion for this medium, it's never about volume. It's never about...
Wow, how deep. Let's see. What does he make videos about recently? I don't think I've seen... Oh my god, Takobi. We love Takobi. Cool. Wow. Chainsaw Man. I'm assuming this is Uma Musume. Just all the anime in 2025, and then all the anime in 2026. Okay, well, cool. Wonderful. Any interest in Invincible? Not for making content. Definitely not. But I also need to watch season 3 of that before I watch season 4 of that. I am watching The Boys, so there is a chance that at some point I'll just make a random scripted video about it because I'm interested. Yeah. I don't know. There's like a lot of thoughts I've had. Like I think about this a lot. Another potential thing is the conversion. I don't think I've ever had, well, let's not get too crazy. I very rarely have videos that are unscripted reviews do well. Just in general. I'm very happy with this video. It turned out okay. Like I talked about stuff that I thought was okay. But I don't know. I just wonder if I repackaged, like, if I never make videos like this, and every time I make a video like this, if I just convert it into, like, a scripted video, it could be better. The issue is, like, I'm trying to experiment with, like, how do I speed up the pipeline for stuff like that? Like, one thing I was trying is that there could be a thing where I, like, literally say, like, I record this video, and then I get a transcript of it, which you can do perfectly accurately. Like, that's not an issue. I can compute that, like, using some AI on my computer. I do it really quickly. And then maybe feed that into, like, some AI and be like, can you summarize the main points? And then from there, I could, like, make my own really quick scripted video from it. But the point is, it's, like, a weird disconnect of, like, the appeal of my scripted videos on EliteAri and my appeal of my my unscripted reviews are very different. The unscripted reviews are, you want to hear what I actually think about things, like my unfiltered true thoughts about watching something. And then my scripted videos are going to be like, I'm going to give like some of my thoughts about certain specific things, and the video is going to be focused about a specific thing. Like if I were to make a 100 meters scripted video, the point would be like, man, like 100 meters, it looks so interesting, doesn't it? Like it's so, like the rotoscoping's so cool and the directing's so cool, and the video would focus on that. And you'd never get to hear my thoughts on like the Kaido moment when he like really, he overtakes people and stuff like that, you know? I don't know, they're like different categories of content, but this category of content has never, or very rarely succeeds, or does very well. So yeah. Anyway. I think that's it for this stream, everyone. I have a Bookworm episode to watch and a video to make about it. How exciting. Now, who knows what the video will be? Maybe it'll be me speaking to the camera and saying, that was an okay episode and I got nothing else to say. But also maybe not. Read my comments on your 100 meters video. I'm pretty sure I did read your comment. Let's see. Thank you for your review. I'm surprised you didn't mention Zaitsu's speech at the school. That was one of my standout scenes for me. True, I did read this. The only thing that I would say about that speech is that it added to his interesting characterization of this is a man who is very philosophically, what's the best word to say? Like he's thought about his life philosophy a lot more than the people around him. That was probably the most interesting thing. His actual philosophy in that moment, I mean, the point of the scene is that it's meant to be like, it's meant to show how he is so extreme compared to the other people. And even like the young, was it Komiya or whatever? Like the people who basically ask him questions in that moment are like a little off put by it. Like they're kind of like shaken by like, wow, this guy's like kind of crazy and a bit intense about his philosophy. His actual philosophy or whatever itself, I don't find it interesting really at all. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say there, but true. Zaitsu, am I right? What a guy. He retired. Can you believe it? All right. Anyway, that's it, everyone. Where's my mouse? Okay, there it is. I'm pretty sure you got Kaido's character wrong. What do you mean wrong? What did I say about it? Did I even have a conclusion for his character? Well, let me, before I read the rest of Heath's comment, my interpretation of Kaido would be, he used to be really fast, and then, well, like, he used to be the fastest, but now people have overtaken him, and he doesn't let that get to him, and he, like, still enjoys the race or whatever. I think that's my interpretation, so I don't know what I got, maybe I got that wrong, I'm not sure. I thought it was that he was never the best, and he always lost to Zaitsu his whole career. Oh, I had no idea, maybe. Not that he used to be the greatest. I just don't remember. Damn, okay, he was never the fastest, he's been forever second. Oh, wow, okay, that's kind of cool. So him beating Zaitsu was like an even specialer moment, I guess. Kind of. Yeah. Wonderful. All right. Well, that's 100 meters. And that's the stream. Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.